Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to take a look at another Unity asset pack. This is Stylized Police Station by Tirgames Assets. I recently purchased this as part of the lightning deals from the Black Friday sale in the Unity store, so I got it for just $9 USD, but its normal price is $30. That's $30 USD. So because of the difference in price, if you were to decide to purchase this, certainly your evaluation of it might be somewhat different if you're paying a higher price. So just want to go into that saying that obviously based on price versus what you get is part of the opinion as to whether or not something is worth it. So as always, decide for yourself. So I already have this scene running. There is not a first person or third person control, so I'm going to have to just move the camera manually in the editor. But I did want you to see that there is indeed post processing. You can see some light sources. And so this gives you an idea of what it looks like when it's running. And obviously you do not have to use the 3D environment they created. It's a nice start. I can already see a few things that I certainly would have changed, but it's really great that they include this as if nothing else as a reference. Okay, so like I said, since it's not a first-person camera, I'm just gonna have to do this manually. A few things. I always like to point out operability. So I'll let you know if there's doors or not. The cars do not have individual doors, so you can't open doors in the car or trunk or anything like that. Doors on the building do open. So like for instance, if we come down to the door, you can see that the pivot is in the lower right corner. In previous videos, I forgot to change this from center to pivot, and so I thought there was an issue when in fact I was the issue. So yeah, you can either set an animation or you can use physics to like click on the door, or maybe based on proximity, it opens, that kind of thing. As you can see, everything has a nice soft texture to it, that it's not harsh or pixelated. So this nice compromise between stylized but not like overly pixelated. Some people like that. I've seen lots of intentional retro games like that, but I tend to like this more soft focus rather than the overt pixelation. And again, that's just an opinion. So, and you can see you've got the normal kind of things in here. I don't want to drag this out. I just want you to get a good sense of what is in here and what it looks like. And so a few things that other than the doors, like the front door, the jail door, the office door, all these doors you can indeed open and close. So that's really good if you're in like if it's like a search type of game or even survival horror. You'd want opening and closing doors. Maybe you have to hide somewhere, but nothing else operates like that. So in other words, um, the file cabinets, if you expand this out, these are just again mesh colliders without any kind of mesh to go with them. So you cannot open and close the individual drawers. Same thing for cabinets. Like if we come over here, this place really likes blinds. They even have blinds inside, but I guess that makes sense if everything is confidential. So like structures like this, you don't have individual doors. So the doors for the offices will open and close, but the um, like the safe won't, this cabinet won't. I'm not going to click on all those. I don't want to waste your time. I just want to give you kind of like a fly through. And again, like I said, I really like the aesthetics of this. It's not pixelated, it's nice soft, but it's not meant to be photorealistic either. Little things like with this door, it looks like they baked the lighting in. So if you want the door to open and close, you'll probably have to tweak some of the lighting settings so it's not baked in like that. Either that or no one vacuums in that corner. If it was me, I probably wouldn't vacuum in the corner either. And is the handle its own separate object? Uh, it looks, oh nope, that's just the mesh collider. It keeps confusing me because it matches the mesh shape, but it's just the collider. So yeah, you can't rotate the handle by itself. So the door itself, yes, you can indeed open and close. And so it looks like the floor is just a tile that's repeated, which makes sense. Now, as far as architecturally speaking, I'm not sure if I'd want the jail between offices. If it were me, I would probably start with what they gave us, but I'd probably have, whoops, sorry. probably do is here in the corner. I'm not going to bother going to that room. We already looked through it through the glass. I would probably get rid of that. Take this staircase because these you can just like copy and paste. So let's just quickly do that because I like to show you some implementation. So let's just copy. Can we do a quick paste? And then let's just move this vertically. And I think actually that won't get us quite where we want to be. So we'd probably need to rotate this as well. So let's rotate that 180. And just like that, you've added a place for the stairs to go down. So obviously you would need to put walls and stuff like that, but you certainly can work with what they gave you here. That it's not like it's etched in stone. It's not like it's one big model, that it's all this combined. It's all these individual combined. So just like that, you've added the beginnings of another floor. So it's that easy to work with. So I do find so far that it's very easy to be able to put your own touches to this. So yeah, that's what I'd probably do is I would then take this and put it in the bottom floor and put like whatever 6, 7, 8 of them in there. And these are all just individual walls, so you can make this as big or small as you want. Got another room. More filing cabinets, we already checked those. More drawers, more cabinets, we know those don't open. All right, so we'll just head up to the next floor, and then I think that will do it for this review. I'll show you this other scene here briefly when we're done, because it basically just takes all these objects and lines them up as individual objects. So again, there's the safe. Safe doesn't open. And you have desks, which a fair amount of variety as far as what's on them. These drawers don't open either. So as you can see, it's just, again, it's just the mesh collider, not the individual drawers. So decide for yourself if that is a make or break lack of functionality. It all depends what level of animation you want. I've seen like survival games and adventure games do it both ways, that you click on something that just lets you know if there's something inside, and some actually go through the time of having the animation. As you can see, this is ever so slightly translucent. You can see what's behind it vaguely. So there is basic translucence there. Interrogation room. All we need is like a glass of water there to make it perfect. And just more of the same. Okay, so for this scene, I think that's all I wanted to show you. We'll just quickly go over here. And as you would expect, it's in its own folder. So here's the top level assets, and then tier game assets, and then the individual stylized world. So no, don't save. And here we go. So again, everything that we just saw, but now the individual components. And again, you wouldn't work from this scene because all the individual prefabs are in the folders. But it's nice to see everything laid out to give you an idea of what there is. Again, I think they generally do this really as like a showcase for the video that they do on the page. And pretty much all this should look familiar. One thing that seems to be missing from this layout, which is no big deal, but for whatever reason, so you've got all the jail stuff. I'm not seeing the jail wall though. So I think they just forgot to put it here. I mean, you've got this for the interrogation room, but whatever reason, I'm not seeing the wall there. There's some other walls here, but none of these seem to be the stone wall, but I could be mistaken. But again, no big deal. For some reason, it's not here. I'm sure it's in one of the other folders. And if for some reason it's not in one of the other folders, you can always just drag and drop it from that the scene that we're in and turn it into its own prefab. But the inspector and the hierarchy were indicating that it was a prefab. That's what the little blue box there typically means. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. Personally, I think that this is a good package for what you're getting. You've got some operability as far as doors opening. So as always, decide for yourself. I hope that you found this useful. If you have any questions or requests, please put in the comments section, and please do enjoy the rest of your day.